approval of minutes from the previous meeting. Any questions on the minutes of the previous meeting? Any motion on the minutes of the previous meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the previous meeting.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, visitors' comments. Anybody have visitors' comment? All the way in the back, I see one. I'll come back to it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a couple questions. My parents' property down at Worth, the creek that runs behind it. Over the years, it's been washed away. And I don't know if there's any, like, state money available to work on it or straighten it out. Or what I have to go through to get it taken care of. Well, we thought it that's correct, it takes care of the whole lower half of that street.
We can take a look at it, but there's no state money. What we've done so far last year after that flood was just out of our actual gas well money.
Yeah. No,
We attempted to get state money, but nobody qualified in the county at the time, so there was no state money given out.
no, if you look at it, you can do something. Do you have to get it through the state or anything like that to get?
You have to get a permit through the conservation officer in Ridgeway,
Alright.
and then work on it, but it's all comes down to funding. You guys want to take a look at it?
Yeah, I'm gonna get down there hopefully tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. I'll be down, look it over.
My number's in the book if you need to get a hold of it.
Okay.
Joe had one here. Go ahead, Joe.
I just, the fourth ball code. I thought we had agreement if I got it.
We're gonna cut it.
Actually, I was just cut again last night.
Oh, okay.
Because we could, I mean, drafted it a foot high.
Right.
Is there, I mean, I know it was paid to be maintained last year. I mean, the deal was we were just gonna fix it to use it. But is there a dollar amount we can set on and we'll just take it over and keep it? I mean, just, when nobody's looking to make money,
Right.
just play for field. Because I mean, literally, with my help, we had over 200 man hours and getting it to where it's at.
Right. No, I just talked to the guys today about it. It's gonna be mowed. The only thing they've got mowed in the last week and a half is the Burndale field because of the weather. It's just been the weather holding us up in the last week and a
Because,
half.
I mean, I know the All-Stars want to practice on it, so they have fun field, so
Okay.
they're going to practice on it. And also, just to, I think I can get like 25, 30 tons of sand donated down there. I just want to make sure that's acceptable, that I can
As long
get
as-
it down there and use it. And actually, I'm looking into now the walk road across from the school, maybe for a project next year to try to get, been approached by a lot of people down, I just want to use that field now.
Right. The one across from the school belongs to the school itself.
That does belong to the school itself, okay, I mean, I'm just,
Yeah.
I mean,
And if somebody's gonna use it in the past, they've always taken care of
Yeah,
it.
looking
They'll
at it.
come and clean the infield up and mow it, but hasn't been used,
No,
for the
no,
last
I
several
haven't.
years, and so they haven't done anything but mow it. They mow it.
I mean, if that comes up and we have people willing to do it, and like I said, nobody's looking to make a nickel off of
Right.
it, just to cover field, because I mean, we literally had probably a couple $100 of fuel, just with the, we had a brush hog, and then we had to go twice, and then we rake it, and
I know, even when I first came on the township, Burndale field was always taken care of by the Little League.
I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't know
and
who took care of it.
Yeah, parents used to take care of it, and then nobody was taking care of it, so we, being that we owned it, we just started mowing it. In the same way, we always mowed the forest, and it'll be in the rotation now, but
Okay, because
it's
I
just
mean,
we're at the mercy of the weather, and the guys only work 8 hours a day, and if it's raining during the day, we're our
looking
hands are
2
tied.
years down the road, we don't have a junior or senior team down there right now, but 2 years down the road, I think we have enough kids in May.
Right.
We don't have a field to support that. So maybe 90-foot bases and 60-foot line where that could be transformed into that. So
Right.
all I'm asking, I mean, we're putting the offer out there and nobody's looking to make money, to pocket money, just to fund for fuel, and nobody would have to worry about the time, we would I don't need a decision now, but just,
What are you mowing it with now?
three diesel tractors.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we could donate the fuel, couldn't we? Just if it's used on our property like that, we burn the fuel anyway. Something to think about.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't need an answer tonight, but it's just,
Right,
you know,
yeah.
a lot of the people that helped me were questioning why it hadn't, you know, 'cause we went down, I can't even remember what day it was last week for a practice, and it was, you know, it was almost a foot high, just to keep it down.
Yeah, all the rain,
You know, everybody seems to be enjoying it, and just, you know, I'm gonna put a, ad in the paper, just stating that it is open for everybody to use, and I'd like to see it used, that's why we did what we did.
Okay. Yeah, we'll look into it. Like I said, I already talked to them this morning about keeping it mowed, so they know that it needs mowed.
Yeah.
I've only got one part of it a week and a half, so.
Because, I mean, we may hold a couple tournaments down there, just after all subs are over, just to
Just to get it
just
used.
to use it.
Yep, good. Okay. Maria first, because she,
Just, is there any update on the rundown properties that you sent, letters out to?
we haven't got any response
Okay.
back from the property owners, but I've been talking to the attorney about it, and we have a couple options. We need to
Okay.
decide what we're gonna pursue there. Bob?
Yeah, there was no sewage meeting this month, but, you know, as with most municipal wastewater collection systems, infiltration is an ongoing issue. And I was looking at the numbers for Township, and based on quarters, and going out online, you can see what the total flow to the plant was versus the volume of water sold by the water authority for that given quarter. Now, as an example here, you recall back in April, May, June of 14, we had the flood. You know, the water authority sold 5.7 million gallons, and you had 11.7 million gallons handled by the sewer authority at the mag meter over at the plant. So, you know, that's a sizable amount, but the one that really stood out was in 2015, the water authority sold 6.2 million gallons of water, and the volume of water handled over at the wastewater treatment plant was 14.6 million gallons. So you're almost 8 million gallons of infiltration for that given quarter. The plant is designed for 200,000 gallons a day, so theoretically, there were 90 days in the first quarter, that would be 18 million gallons. So you're at 14, and you know, I don't think any of us wants to see DEP impose a consent order on the wastewater treatment plant or system. I mean, we just don't need that. And I think there's a genuine need for a higher level of activity of personnel at the wastewater system to look into this and try and identify sources of this infiltration, because I'm sure if it continues, DEP is going to visit us and they're going to put a consent order on. And I would hope that, you know, to address this, that maybe the supervisors, in addition to Franny attending the storage authority meetings, maybe the other two supervisors, because, you know, this is going to hit the people of the township if it's imposed by DEP, and I'd much sooner see it addressed by the people here rather than DEP holding a hammer over our heads. Whether we do it with the people you have, or whether we got to look for some technical expertise or get some training on infiltration, maybe the rural water. Now, I know the sewer authority does not belong to rural water. Maybe they ought to get them up here and join it for $400 and see what they can do. So, I mean, I hope this problem does not continue to be ignored. And there's tools there to work with over there that largely haven't been used.
Yeah, cameras and everything, don't they, Bob?
They have a camera, you have insertion flow meters.
Smoke test?
Well, I don't think you have equipment to do the smoke test, but you can,
Bob, the weed bill system was smoked out, and I'm not saying the burn will force it.
when was weed bill smoke?
About 4 years after it was put in, I participated in it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
What did they find?
They had found some downspouts and basement floor drains that were into it, and those were corrected. But like I said, at that time, it only, Forest and Burnville weren't on the system at that time. So, yeah, Weedville was smoke tested.
Well, but you're going back 20,
Yeah,
20 years.
It's going back a ways, yeah.
so,
Yeah.
at that point in time, maybe it should be looked at again. But first of all, you can use those insertion flow meters and perhaps identify certain problematic areas. You can use the pump stations and see how the flows vary from, normal precipitation to when you get high volumes of precipitation. And if you look at March of this year, the daily average over at the sewer plant was 197,758 gallons, is what they reported on the EDMR. And you're authorized to handle 200,000 gallons. But, I was very surprised to see what happened the first quarter of this year. And, we're only fooling ourselves if we just sit and wait on this and don't get proactive.
I know they're looking for infiltration already, because a couple weeks ago, we met with Steve Putt down in Forest to look at some of those wetlands where there's manholes down in there between the doctor's office and Denise's garage. And we walked through that whole area looking at, they think they pinpointed that as part of the problem down there. So I know they're already actively working on it. I just tagged along to find out what was going on.
But once again, you can get insight by the Forest pump station, because you can see the hours that it operates. And from that, if you read it, and
That's
unfortunately.
what I'm saying, they were already there because they had already pinpointed that area as a problem.
But I'm saying you can quantify what they're getting there in that general area out of the pump station. And, the Chapter 94 report gives you the ratings of those pumps, the past performance. So if you know the hours, and you know the pump can handle 400 gallons a minute, then you can figure out how much went through there. And you can look at it under normal conditions and high precipitation or high volume flow conditions. And nobody's doing that.
Working on it, right? All right, they're already working on it, is what I'm being told.
But they told me that before, and I put in open records request here a year ago, 2 years ago, and nothing was provided. There's nothing written down. You gotta document this stuff because it's a long-term effort.
Okay, any other
And
comments?
who's doing it, Jeremy?
The sewage authority.
Who?
I don't know who you got working, the Eads working on that? Eads
He's
group?
working on getting the thing by Denise's garage to clean that pit out. It's holding all the water back, and when the ground does never dry out, it comes up in over top of the sealed vault, and you get a lot of water. That area don't drain out. Ever since they put their extra doctor's office driveway in, it backed up all that water. All the way to that red house, we gotta drain the area out. So DEP's button, and we're trying to come up with a solution, what we can do with it right now. So that's where we're at.
So, which manholes it covering, Franny?
There's manholes in that ditch. There's a manhole in that, right in by Felicia's garage, in the swamp.
Okay, but
The
that's
idea
what-
is the whole thing is backing up in there, Bob. It's coming in all three. There's 3 manholes there.
Can you,
We gotta drain the
I don't
area.
recall the layout of the pipe.
The ditch by the road is plugged right up. We gotta get the state in there, I gotta call the state, see if they want us to clean it or the state clean it out. That ditch right by the road, it goes from the pump station out, it's plugged up, it won't let it drain. So the whole area is just nothing but a swamp. And that's where we're eating all the water. So we're
Well, I don't know if you're getting it
already,
all there.
we're getting a pretty good percentage.
You look at the volume here, it's a lot of water.
All right, are there any other visitors' comments?
I'm just asking if you made any progress with EQT about the road situation? They
Well,
did some work, but it's,
right, they did some work to dress it up because they were still hauling out. And we went all the way through the road, everything that had bonded, talked about what we wanted to see done. They put all that down on paper and said, we'll see if we can get approval for it. And that's where it lies. I talked to Mr. Burke the other day on the phone, because he had got the letter the same as us, because he participated in front of his house there. And I tried to get a hold of him since and left him a message, but nobody's responded yet. So that's where we're at with it. But we do have a letter with everything we discussed, and if they get approval from whoever's above them, then we should get another letter.
from a good source, we heard that the bond money was allocated already.
The bond money?
Yes, for the road.
No, it's bonded, it's an insurance
No,
bond.
it's all one.
But you received any money for it?
No, no. We just hold the bond here, the insurance bond here, and then if we have to call on the bond, then, but they'll repair the road before we call on the bond, is what the idea is. And that's what they did so far, was because they weren't done hauling, and they didn't wanna, they wanted to make it passable, but they didn't wanna do everything we talked about until they were done hauling. So if they're done hauling, that's what we're trying to figure out now. Like I said, I called them 2 days ago, and I've been waiting for a response. Are they done hauling, and did we get approved for the things we want to see done? I don't know the answer to that yet. I even tried again this morning because I knew the meeting was coming tonight, and I would like to have an answer for
That's a
you.
new idea.
Yeah. Anybody else?
I do.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Kelly. This is my Aunt Peggy. We own the property at the end of Washington Street. And since the flood, we are not able to get her vehicle down the road. We were wondering if there's any way that we can get some assistance to help us clean the back half of the road so she can get her car down there. My mother, we bring her down. She has a, heart problem. She's had heart surgery, and that if something happens, we can't get any medical vehicle. It's, we have four-wheel drive, so we can get down there. Her car has a phone, satellite phone, which we don't have right now if something happens. So we're wondering what we can do to get some assistance. I mean, we've maintained the road, all these
Right.
years.
We put it back together quite a bit after the flood last year. I'm not sure where the property line is there. The township owns the property leading up to that. We can only repair it up to where the property line is. And maybe we could, are you here for tomorrow?
Yes.
Maybe we could get up there tomorrow morning and kind of get an idea.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure where that property line is, but that's all further the township can repair it. Anything beyond would be on your property then?
Well, no.
Ours is right at the gate.
Our property goes right to the gate.
Okay,
The
so-
road comes to our gate, so from the gun club to probably halfway up the road, you guys fixed it, which is wonderful. But from that point to our gate, it's like driving on a creek bed.
Right, and I don't know how much of that we own. That's the question.
That's
That's what we're gonna have to try to figure out.
Okay.
Well, we thought we stopped roundabout where we own, which
Okay.
is all the further we could go, then it would become the property owner's responsibility.
But we don't own that
We don't
property,
own it.
that's not our property.
Somebody must
It
own
was,
it.
no, it wasn't, it was considered a
That-
main road years ago. And
Yeah, that
it's
used to be the main
always
road.
been our right of way through there. It's the only way we have of getting in.
Let's figure it out tomorrow.
Here, you want me to answer that for you?
Yeah, go for it.
The road goes to the gate.
The road goes to the gate.
And then you get liquid fuels for that?
No, but it's still on the document from township roads. There's a lot of roads that township doesn't have. They have, but they don't maintain.
Well, we'll take a look at it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll take a look and see what we're gonna come up with.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll stop up seas tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, anybody else?
I do.
Okay.
I'd like to know if you've had any letters of interest in for the water board and the sewage board.
Nothing new.
All right, you said at one meeting that Keith was not the right person. What would you consider to be the right person that would be able to fill those positions?
I don't know.
So
I
he's
mean-
not the right person, but you don't know what the right person
I'm
is.
not gonna be put on the spot here with this, and I just feel that he's not the right person, and that's all I
Why
want to say about
not?
that.
Is it personal?
No, it's not personal at all, but I'm not gonna go into detail about it. I'm gonna be professional about it and leave it like that.
You know, as the voters proved this last election, they didn't like what someone was doing, so they got out and voted against him. Somebody else is up in 2 years.
Okay.
So maybe you should start appointing some people to these boards before they don't even have a quorum
Okay.
to meet.
All right.
You shut me off in 3 minutes? Okay.
All right then. Any other visitors' comments? Okay. Approval of the bill. Any questions there?
No, I don't have
Got any questions on the bill? I make a motion to approve the bills in $44,190.06.
any. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
General fund checking balance on 5/21/15 was $113,828.65. Balance as of 6/18/15 is $100,421.33. State fund balance on 5/21/15 is $167,982.41. Balance as of 6/18/15 is $168,025.21. Ticket balance $32,234.48. Capital reserve account $26,813. State fund CD $39,986. General fund CD $82,261. And deposits for the month was $30,782.74.
Correspondence.
J Township Water Authority meeting minutes, L County Commissioners meeting minutes, Kevin and Vance Taylor road repair request, Dave Bonanno, Richard Litek, Marshall Isaac, Richard and Sarah Correa, Jason and Bridget Forster, David and Karen Nesbitt, Mitchell and Victoria Baxter, J Township Fire Department, all requests for speed limit and watch children signs.
We're getting a watch children sign up there. We have to, I don't know, we have to lower that speed limit. We have to lower it. It's 35, they want 25. But, I don't know.
I know what I'm saying.
You have to do that road. We did it a couple of years ago.
We have to look into that.
Can you speak up a little bit?
We were talking about what we might have to go through to lower that from 35 to 25. And I guess PennDOT has someone to say in it, procedure that we gotta follow. So we'll check into whatever that might be.
Are you gonna approve to do it if it's okay by them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of, actually, the fire company sent us a letter also. And, you know, it's not only the residents, because last meeting when I was here, I was told people that reside here.
Yeah.
Which I made the letter, I went door to door, and I got 77% of the people.
You only needed one. I should have made that more clear.
I mean, there's people worry about the safety of it.
Yeah, we have no problem doing it as long as we take the right steps.
Yeah,
You're in favor of doing it?
Yeah.
we'll order a couple of watch children signs, you know, tomorrow.
Have them here.
And then we'll get those put up. But as far as the speed limit goes, we have to follow a process.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Road maintenance and equipment maintenance reports are there.
I'd like to comment on the road report.
Okay.
I think for the general public, this is rather cryptic, with the numbers down and how they, a name for the street. And I think it would be helpful for the public to understand where these roads are located. Not only should you have the number, the township route number, but the name of the street, whether it's Redwood, Apple, or whatever. And I'd suggest in the future, names that we recognize these streets by be included. Do you agree or not?
Well, I can make a suggestion to him.
Well,
You guys have
you're the
some-
bosses. Aren't you?
There's a map available in the office.
Well, anybody here who wants to know, they can come down to township and look at the map. I don't think it's
everybody in that?
I think it's a very reasonable request.
Okay. Old business. Campers. We have a copy of the campground ordinance that was sent back down from the attorney. He just sent it today. He said for each of us to take the time to look it over, see if there's anything we want to add or take away from it, or something there that we'll have a suggestion on and then get back to him with it. So I just wanted to bring you to your copy so you have it. There's really no action on it tonight, just that
That just is an
we do
addition.
finally have a copy to work from.
That is just an addition, right?
No, this is a standalone. The
Oh, it's a standalone.
Campground will be standalone, yeah. So we'll move on and table that and go to source water protection ordinance.
Hey Jeremy, remember last source water meeting, Kim Bonford brought up that it had to be approved by the water committee first?
Right.
Are
I
you-
talked to the attorney about it, and he said the water authority have a right to make suggestions, just like anybody else, but, you know.
I just wanted to make sure before you guys did anything.
Yeah, I did, I verified it.
Okay.
Source water protection ordinance, so I think we have it where we want it after months of meetings, so we need to advertise put it out for the public comment period. So I need a motion, put the ordinance out, here's the advertisement, you have a copy of the advertisement.
What is the public comment period?
I think it's amendment for 10 days. Right, it'll be out till next meeting, it'll be available here for,
Okay, I'll make the motion to put the current draft of the source water protection ordinance out for public viewing.
And I'll second it.
all in favor? Aye. Okay. Employee handbook is still being worked on by the attorney. And we have any new applicants for sewage authority? About the water authority? Okay.
Just one.
No new ones, that's what I said. Okay, on to new business then. Treasurer's bond, because our liquid fuel money's been going up the last few years, the auditor suggested that we raise it. We got liquid fuels of what, 165,000 and change. The bond's coming 25,000 increments. Right now we have 150,000, we need to raise it to 175. Yeah, need a motion to raise the bond to 175,000. It's currently 150. Oh, it's only 100, okay.
We're going all the way to 175.
We'd have to have more than what we're taking in liquid fuels.
Okay, 175. Okay, I'll make the motion that we increase the bond from 100, current 100,000 to 175,000.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, part-time employee hours. We agreed to 30 hours at the last meeting, and I'm suggesting we make it 32 because that's 4 work days. We keep running into this issue of when we're sending them home and they're in the middle of something, or, so if we can just get a new motion for 32 hours a week, which is 4 8-hour days. That's what I'm suggesting.
I'll make the motion, we bump it up to 32 hours a week.
All right, all in favor? Aye. And we have a minor subdivision. So, subdivision from that or?
No, it's just
Okay, minor subdivision for Stanley Reverse Maskey. You guys already looked at that. Pretty cut and dry, everybody else has already signed off on it, so it's just out of the township. We get a motion to approve the minor subdivision.
I'll make a motion to approve the minor subdivision.
All in favor? Aye.
It creates no new water and sewage hookups, and simply 2 people swapping parcels around.
Okay.
Who was the subdivision for, we couldn't hear it.
Stanley and
Roberta
Roberta to Maskey.
And that's where Caledonia or Caledonia?
Caledonia, on the Caledonia Pike.
Okay.
All right. Need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye.